There we are.
Hey, we're live. Good morning, everybody,
Good morning.
and welcome to our live stream.
Last call live.
It's Last Call Live. This is your last call for confirmed orders. Oh, wow. I guess I'm hungry.
Whoops.
I hope the mic picked that up. It sounded like a bear.
We skipped breakfast to make sure that everything was running smoothly so we don't have any of the hiccups we had last week.
These
And
are the kind of sacrifices that we put into place for you
hopefully
folks.
everything's good now.
Indeed,
Hooray.
as well. Welcome. I'm your producer.
Yeah, I'm still not getting it on my Facebook. Why not? Let's refresh Facebook here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going out. Yeah, I can see it on your monitor, but it's... Oh, wait, there we are. There we are.
There it is.
There's my face
All right.
in all of its glory. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. As Dan said, this is Last Call Live from Green Brain Comics. We are here to give you some information.
Lots of information.
Whoops, I got to do this. There we go. Every week we have our last chance to modify our final order numbers on comics and graphic novels that are going to print. And we want to share this information and give you one final chance to place your requests for specific covers and increase quantities before orders are locked in. I don't have this memorized, so I feel like I'm...
Yeah, it's a little stumbly. I wrote it at 3 o'clock this morning. All right, 7 o'clock this morning.
Here's some important ordering information. Please note that most of these orders are due before Monday, February 1st at 5 p.m. And that is everything except for the DC Comics.
Because they're special.
DC Comics orders are due Sunday. And this week's list is Sunday, January 31st. And again at 5 p.m., which gives us a chance to then compile and submit all of our orders before our deadline.
I'm one of your hosts. My name is Dan.
Aw, and I am Katie.
My partner in crime. My Bonnie to my Clyde.
I am not a criminal.
My...
Just wanted to make sure you know that.
My boss. Alrighty, we have got some important notes here on the list on our blog post, which is on our website, greenbraincomics.com, in the blog section. Some important notes about items on this full list. Incentive or ratio variants are generally marked with a dollar dash pricing, though there may be some that are still listed at cover price. We reserve the right to set a fair market value to these items upon receipt. Keep in mind that is because of its manufactured rarity. Any items not featured on Comichub can be requested by email, text, or phone. And this is your opportunity to get multiple copies. But these multiple copies must be ordered before last call. Due dates to ensure adequate quantities for everyone. We want to make this fun and exciting, not challenging and hard. Easy. Easy. So in this blog post, we're going to feature, let's go over to that one. In this blog post, we're going to feature some sections where we spotlight, first off, the number ones that are on final order cutoff this week. And there's some exciting items for sure on this list.
For sure.
For sure, dude.
You a Valley girl now?
Below these spotlights, we have the entire list. It is sorted by publisher. And we've got these.
Your cursor, so it's not on my head.
Oops.
Thank you.
You know, that's
what I'm here for.
Yeah, okay.
It's my little hat.
I want to see if I could pick your nose. No,
Oh.
I can't. First up on the number one spotlight on Last Call this week is Nuclear Family number 1. This is a new series from Aftershock Comics with a swell cover here. This cover is by interior artist Tony Chastain. The series is written by Stephanie Phillips, and it's based on a Philip K. Dick short story called Breakfast at Twilight. I thought that was pretty interesting and definitely warrants a big spotlight here. Oh, yeah. Let me give you the rundown here. America, 1957. Elvis dominates the airwaves, and apple pie is served after every meal. But with the dark cloud of nuclear holocaust looming, Korean War vet Tim McLean's major concern is taking care of his family in the atomic age. When the first bomb drops on an unexpected Midwest city, Tim and his family find themselves plunged into a strange new world, where what's left of the United States has gone underground while continuing to wage war on Russia with unthinkable tactics. This looks like a pretty exciting book. Aftershock has been a great partner to us retailers, and I'm excited for the release of this on February 24th. There is a 1 in 25 variant for this. I think it's by Tony Harris. And all of them are available on comichub.com. Sign into Comichub to get all these details featured here on the screen. We like to make sure this whole process is transparent and accessible. Next up on the list is maybe the most exciting book on final order cutoff this week, or last call for confirmed orders. Let's head right to it. There's been a lot of talk about this book. That's because it's co-written and co-created by Keanu Reeves, also written by Matt Kint with art by Ron Garney.
Ooh.
Yeah. This A cover here is by Raphael Grandpa.
Nice.
And I will say there's a little correction that I must note here. The Comichub information still lists Alessandro Vitti as the artist. That has been changed and updated, as you see on the cover there, featuring art by Ron Garney. There's also a Mark Brooks variant to this cover. I believe this is it here down in the corner. Is that it? Nope, that's for 3. I don't know what it is anymore. Boom has had to do some rescheduling on this book, and consequently some of the information in Comichub is a little bit different. So if you've got any questions about this, please contact us and we'll help clarify. What do you think, boss? You want to give the rundown on this one?
Sure, as long as the information's right here. Discover the next blockbuster action franchise from the iconic Keanu Reeves in his must-read comic book writing debut alongside New York Times bestselling co-writer Matt Kint, Folklords and Bang, among other like a million other comics that he's written. I mean, that's just a couple of his most recent. And acclaimed artist
Ron Garney.
Ron Garney in a brutally violent new series about one immortal warrior's fight through the ages. The man known only as Berserker is half mortal and half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, Berserker must have finally found a refuge, working for the U.S. government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, Berserker will be granted the one thing he desires: the truth about his endless, blood-soaked existence.
Blood-soaked.
Note, this book is for mature readers.
Also note the various arrows and knives and stuff sticking in poor old Mr. Keanu.
He's used to it.
Yeah, heck yeah. Have you seen John Wick?
Yes. Only the first one, though. We're kind
Yeah,
of
we need to
behind
catch up.
the ball there. Well, I really enjoyed the first one, and we need to catch up on those other movies. Beep blorp.
This does have an open order Mark Brooks cover. Let's see if I can get down to that here. There it is. It does have an open order Mark Brooks cover. There are foil variants for both the Grandpa and Brooks cover. Those are $1 more. And there's also a blank sketch variant. And all kind of incentive ratio variants, including a 10 copy, 25, 50, 100, 200, 500, and a 1,000 copy incentive variant that is signed by Keanu Reeves. Unless you're ordering 900 copies and prepaying, I'm not going to be getting that one.
Yeah, I was just going to say, don't call us to reserve that copy. But yeah, as to Dan's point, unless you want to purchase the bulk of what it would take us to qualify.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill any trees over this book. It does look awesome, and I'd be happy to get one in your hands. But for now, let's just concentrate on those achievable ratio variants.
But if you do want it, be sure to let us know. We will make sure that one gets set aside for you and that we order enough to cover all orders.
And Comic Hub is your best tool for that. Right below the information here, you got a select quantity and an add to cart. Get those quantities in, folks. Get those orders in. We'll make sure that you get this fine-looking comic. And that's the big book this week, isn't it? A lot of to do about this book.
I think so. To do.
We got a couple. Looks like we got a number 1 coming out from DC Comics this week. The Future State event charges forward. This is the only new book, the only new series premiering the week of February 23rd from DC Comics. And it is entitled Future State Superman House of L number 1. And it is a one-shot. This features writer Philip Kennedy Johnson with interior art by Scott Godlewski and this very nice cover by Yannick Paquette.
Nice.
Nice. Let's give the quick rundown here. Centuries into the future, the bloodline of Kal-El, the hero we know as Clark Kent, continues. Meet a new generation of Kryptonian heroes as they stand against one of the greatest threats they've ever faced, a diabolical foe called the Red King. Get ready for the unexpected debuts of the twins known as Rowan and Ronan Kent, descendants of Jonathan Kent. Rowan is the new Superman of Earth, while his sister is a Blue Lantern. Also on board are Theander Ban-El, whose mother was Tamaranian, yeah, and other heroes. Plus, don't miss an appearance by the Black Racer. See how the future of the Superman family comes together in this wild, extra-sized special from DC Comics creator Philip Kennedy Johnson and artist Scott Godlewski. There is a B cover to this by... I'll get there. This B cover is by Jay Anacleto, who is a very photorealistic artist.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Keep in mind these cardstock variants are $1 extra above the regular cover price. Okay. Next up, we got a new series from from Image Comics, entitled Two Moons. Let's take a look at this. Two Moons is written by John Arcudi, one of my favorite writers, who has done series like Rumble at Image, and his work over at Dark Horse Comics is pretty iconic for me, including work on BPRD and I think co-creator of The Mask.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
You want to give the rundown here, boss?
Oh, hang on. I was doing some research for a comment. So,
okay.
I'm
I'll
kind
hit
of
this
behind
one.
a little bit.
Rumble and BPRD writer John Arcudi is back at Image with rising star Valerio Giangiordano for an all-new ongoing horror series. This issue starts the long journey of a young Pawnee man called Virgil Morris, a.k.a. Two Moons, fighting for the Union during the Civil War. When he is suddenly confronted with his shamanic roots, he discovers horrors far worse than combat, as the ghosts of his past reveal the monstrous evil around him.
Ooh, there was like a 3 or 4 page preview in some of the other Image Comics this week, I think, and I read that preview and it looked pretty interesting. If you got a chance to check it out, and something that was new this week, and it sparked your interest.
Yeah, let's look at the B cover on
I
this
like
one.
that B cover.
This B cover is drawn by Gerardo Zaffino. Pretty interesting, especially if you're a fan of John Arcudi. I'm very excited to read this. That'll be fun, fun, fun. Okay.
So everything's going really slow. I'm not sure why.
Because of COVID.
Oh, thanks, COVID. Making my computer run really slow.
Over at Marvel Comics, we have a few new number ones to spotlight this week.
Cool.
We've got a new one-shot from the Marvel's Snapshot.
Ooh.
What do they call it? I'll call it a project. Yeah. Marvel Snapshots are all one-shots by different creative teams focusing on a solo character and or group. This week's new Marvel Snapshot, as you can see, is Captain Marvel. This is written by Mark Waid with art by Colleen Duran, which is pretty awesome. A big fan of Colleen's work. And the A cover is by Alex Ross. Sure, I'll give a quick rundown here. A quick one. A team of heroes fights a stirring battle for the safety of the planet. A young woman struggles with desperation and despair, trying to cope with the modern world, but that's only the beginning. These fine creators tell a tale of inspiration within inspiration as we see how the world's marvels have inspired others and how they've been inspired themselves, featuring Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and a few surprises. And that's pretty awesome. We've got a couple different covers on this. Let's see here. We've got Oh yeah, we've got the Claire Rowe cover. Claire Rowe is a artist that just did a series over at Image Comics, and it also features a dangling Ms. Marvel.
Dangly.
Dangly. This. I thought this was a Claire Rowe variant. Oh well, I think they screwed this one up too.
I mean,
Something screwed up here.
that's unfortunate.
That's too bad.
Nice. Fun.
Let's
Exciting.
see. Here's one that I want to make sure people know about and get their orders in for, because I oftentimes don't quite get my numbers right on these handbooks. We have a handbook for the recent and current King in Black event, run by writer Donnie Cates. This handbook, like other handbooks, are kind of like the old official handbook of the Marvel Universe.
Those were always super popular.
Yes, indeed they are. This one is, I think this has only got one cover. Yeah, this has only got one cover, folks. So it's easy to order. The cover artist is Ron Lim, featuring interior writings by Mike O'Sullivan. And so it'll basically have recap pages, some breakdowns of all the different characters, and we might even get a power chart or two.
Fun.
Love those power charts. Let's take a little closer look at that. Oh, Ron Lim, still classic artist. Okay, next up on the Marvel list is Marvel Voices Legacy. Sorry about the little chop on that in the blog, but let's see. Marvel Voices Legacy is a new one-shot in the Marvel Voices project. This, like the first one that came out about a year ago in February, celebrates Black History Month in the Mighty Marvel style. This features, I think, a bunch of different writers, a bunch of different creators, though Ho Chi Anderson is the only one listed here with art by Sean Hill. This cover is by Torrin Clark, but it does feature short stories of Black Panther, Storm, Blade, Falcon, Ironheart, Luke Cage, and Spectrum. Oh, and so many more. Marvel's incredible legacy of Black heroes gets the star treatment in this action-packed special. I can't read it like that. Oh well. New and established creators take on their favorite heroes in a dizzying array of stories designed to inspire and uplift.
Nice.
Very nice cover by Torrin Clark. Got a couple different covers also by Natasha Bustos, Olivier Coppel, an artist named Edge, which I'll show you in a second, Ken Lashley, and Hernando Souza. This variant here hopefully comes up quick, unless we've dropped internet again.
I mean, I'm still connected. There it is. Everything's just going really slow. Oh, sorry, that was my coffee. I swear that was my coffee cup.
Coffee. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. This is the cover by artist Edge, featuring everybody's favorite
Ooh,
Shuri.
that's pretty.
I like that style.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of very nice detail. It kind of reminds me of Colleen Duran with that with that hair detail.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Good looking stuff. Couple different options for you. Oh no, I lost my blog post. I clicked through. Sorry, folks. I'll let Katie do some talking for a little while here.
Oh, what am I talking about?
Get back on the blog post while I bring it up, please.
Oh, I think I did the same thing. I'm clicking and nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Here we go. Remember, folks, we're professionals.
This is live.
This is live.
This is not what I do for a living. I mean, selling comics is what I do for a living. Hosting live video is not, obviously, is not what I do for. Oh, I should have taken the time in that thing to say good morning to everybody who has chimed in on the comments.
Welcome, Brainiacs.
Welcome, Brainiacs. We got our top fan, Eddie Alicia.
Hey, Eddie.
Chiming in. Philip Little, always with the devil horns. And a little cheers. It's a little early for beer, Philip, but I'll cheers you with the coffee.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about calling this show Last Call and just, being sober. It's first thing, last call. How about that? It's got a ring to it.
And then Kevin asked if he could order the Two Moons cover 2. I'm assuming you mean cover B. Can I do that there, or do I need to call it in? Well, you can do it on Comic Hub. You can call it in, but you'll have to wait until we are open at 12, or we can just make a note of it right now. But we do recommend that you use the Comic Hub function when you are doing pre-orders. It helps us a lot with record keeping and keeping everything streamlined and timely, because you can order off of Comic Hub 24/7.
Yes, we are at least 3 levels below the main floor of Green Brain Comics. We do not have telephone service down here right now. You're welcome to call.
That's why our internet is so slow.
You're welcome to call the store once we open up at 12. You can always email us, greenbrainstaff@gmail.com, or you can even message us through the store page here at our Facebook page. Okay, one last item on our number 1 spotlight here. And this is from Titan Comics. We've got a brand new series from Blade Runner featuring a host of magnificent covers. This new series is written by Kay Perkins with art by Fernando Dagnino.
Oh.
Nice. This first variant here, this first cover is by Art Germ, Stanley Art Germ Lau.
Nice.
I'll give you the quick details here. Enter the world of Blade Runner 2009. Ooh, it's like a prequel. And discover the untold origins of the Blade Runners. A Tyrell Corporation scientist is dead, the victim of an apparent suicide. But when LAPD Detective Cal is called in to investigate, he discovers secret documents revealing a new kind of replicant and a conspiracy that could change the world. This also features a couple different covers. Let's see, we've got one by Peach Momoko, Fernando Dagnino, who does interiors, artist Hack, and also cover E by Peter Kowalski. Let's look at that Hack cover. I like that one quite a bit. These are all open order covers, and this one here is by Robert Hack, who kind of got notoriety from his work on the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina series.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's got a pulpy movie poster feel to it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, that wraps up our number 1 spotlight. Let's focus on a couple of number 2s, just in case you missed number 1 or haven't got your orders in yet for number 2. We've got a couple things I think worth spotlighting here.
Sure.
We've got issue number 2 of a new series from Aftershock Comics called I Breathed a Body. Yeah. Yeah, it's squirty.
It's just I don't even know how to describe it. It has mushrooms growing all over it.
It reminds me of
Is this guy naked?
Attack of the Mushroom People.
What is happening here?
A classic Toho horror film.
If you are into body horror,
Oh boy, is this body horror.
and this might be the book for you. If you missed number 1 on the shelf last week, come back and check it out. Because, yeah, if this is your thing, if you like Junji Ito and that type of body horror, personally, not really my thing. But I know that a lot of people are into it. So, yeah, this looks like it's hits all those, ticks all those boxes.
This is issue number 2 from a series written by Zach Thompson with art and a cover by Andy McDonald from Aftershock Comics.
Nice.
Okay, also spotlight on number 2 from a series that I personally like a whole lot. A new series by writer Matt Kint.
Speaking of Matt Kint.
Yeah, featuring art by Matt. Oh gosh, I can't remember the guy's last name. It's not Liznewski, but it's there it is. It is Liznewski. I nailed it.
That nailed it.
Yeah, number 1 came out I think last week, and it's super cool. It's inspired by Russian folklore, but in modern times. The art by Matt Liznewski is just amazing. Everything's super wrinkly, and there's some good body horror in this one too, but not like gross body horror, more like just more exaggerated and kind of elongated.
Right. I like that art style. It reminds me of somebody. I can't quite think of who.
You know, the finishing kind of had a Daniel Klaus feel to me.
Yeah, that's not where I was going, but sure.
It also features a B cover open order by Patrick Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very nice. Patrick Reynolds has done work on the BPRD.
That's like a completely different
series.
art style there.
Yeah, but I like the Russian doll theme on this one.
Nice. Fun.
Okay, one more notable mention for number 2 on a series here. We have Rain Like Hammers.
Oh, that you did put that on the that's
man.
the second print.
Oops.
So we were going to talk about it under the second printings, and then
Yeah.
just mention that number 2 was also being solicited, but it got lumped in with the. I mean, we could still talk about it now since you have it up on the screen.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
this
sorry,
is the
I
new
thought
book
this was
from...
a link to number 2. My bad.
Nope, that's all right. Well, because we do have a section that we were going to talk about all of the reprints that are being solicited this FOC final order last call week list, of which there is a lot, and they did just offer up a second printing of number 1 of this new series by Brandon Graham, which is pretty cool. It was my pick of the week when number 1 came out. I'm a fan of Brandon Graham and all of his previous works. They have solicited a second print that we were going to point out again in our second print list, but this is issue number 2. So if you are also a fan of Brandon Graham and want to make sure that you get your copy of number 2, now's the chance to put it in.
And yeah,
How's
we
that?
can look at that cover for the number 2 right here. That's the one.
Pretty cool. It's a very I like his art style, and the color palettes he uses is very muted but colorful at the same time, and it's kind of like a world where society all lives on these floating city ships, I guess.
Very sci-fi concepts with kind of cool stylized cartoony art. This guy's the master of the clear line.
Yeah, I really like his art style. It's fun. And he always has a bunch of little details in it, little sounds and words and bloops and stuff that all just kind of happen in the background, and
Bloops.
it's always fun to you could just look at a page and see all the little tiny add-ons all around the characters and stuff, and it's a good time.
Just a little editorial note live here. I'd like to create a scene where we have just this square window box for the preview.
Ah, right.
Next to our talking head.
Sure.
Instead of underlaying here behind your head. Okay, next up, as forecasted by my mistake, we have a few spotlights on some new printings. Yeah, so we've got new printings for We Only Find Them When They're Dead, issues 1 through 5. Number 1, a 5th print. Number 2, 4th print. Number 3, 3rd print. Number 4, 3rd print. And number 5, 2nd print.
They're like, why wait and let them all trickle out? Let's just reprint them all at the same time. It almost seems like, while I get that people like these the reprint books and they like the single issues, they like the new covers and stuff, they could have just did a trade of all 6 issues and said, here they all are at once, because we're still getting them all out at once.
Well, the interesting thing about this is Boom is, well, I should say more of the bonus thing about this is that Boom is a very big proponent of single issues.
Oh, right. Which is great, because a lot of people love the single issue format still. I should say still. I mean, continuing. And that's good that publishers are still promoting that comic feel to the fans.
And these new printings all have a unified cover design. Each one features a different character from the series. I've only read the first 2 issues so far, which, it's a beautiful series. I need to catch up on it. But I don't know the characters' names. But yeah, they all feature these unifying cover designs, all by interior artist Simone DeMeo. Okay, we also have a new printing of Philadelphia, number 12. This is the final issue of the 2nd story arc, called Burn, Baby, Burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
This smash hit series is from writer Rodney Barnes, the writer behind such hit shows as Marvel's Runaways and Star's American Gods, and features art by Jason Sean Alexander, the artist who redefined Spawn.
Oh.
And this 2nd print cover is a
Ooh.
recolored version of the Sean Alexander cover. Very nice. I think this series is going to take a break after this issue while Rodney Barnes creates his own imprint over at Image Comics.
Wow.
This guy's got some clout.
Nice.
And let's see, we already did the Rain Like Hammers, number 1, 2nd print. Here's one that I don't need to hit the links for, folks, because I got it all right here. Walking Dead Deluxe. Hey, did you know that they are doing an ongoing reprint of Walking Dead in color? Well, a lot of people know and have found out and have sold out these first 6 issues. So this week we have all new printings of each of the issues, featuring an open order A cover by artist David Finch. Each one is a character spotlight cover featuring a kind of half zombified version. And it also has a 1 in 25 incentive raw version. We got the Rick cover on number 1. Got the what's his face cover on number 2. Glenn. Sorry.
That's fine.
Got the Dead Wife cover on number 3. Names. And we got the Coral cover on number 4. I only know it because it's a meme.
Wait, you did read The Walking Dead,
I
right?
did. but like years ago.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you what, rereading this first story arc, especially in color, really shows you the evolution. Well, the change in the art style with the artist change, but just the evolution of the characterization of these particular characters. Like, you can look at what they looked like 10 or 15 years ago, whenever the book first came out, and how they were depicted in the last story arc. And it's pretty amazing to see that change over time in the stylization of each character.
What's her face? Karen?
Oh, God. Just stop.
And then Chucky, whatever. That one guy.
Mm-hmm.
All 6 issues have a second printing on FOC this week. Orders due by Monday at 5.
Yeah, it is nice how they did this thematic style for all 6. So if you want a set of all 6 of this new printing for that continuity, let us know. Let us know by Monday at 5 o'clock.
Get those orders
We
in
will
through
order 'em for
Comic Hub, or email them to us, or message us, or stuff.
Stuff and things.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
Okay, Marvel's got some new printings for us. We'll go through those real quick here. Let's see. We've got a new printing of Black Cat #2. Second printing cover by, I don't know. This is probably from an interior page. Marvel's pretty good with that stuff. New and unique cover from Recycled Art.
Oh.
Let's see. We also have a new printing of Daredevil #25, third print by Marco Cicchetto. This I like because I tend to like the unfinished art. This is kind of a spoiler for what happens in that issue. But,
well, it's like a month ago already.
Yeah, exactly. Or more. Also...
Well, #26 just came out. That was my estimation of a month.
You are correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, let's see. King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes #1, second printing. This gives cover credits to Danielo Beyruth or Gui Villanova. What do you think? How do you pronounce that?
Oh, I don't.
Guiu.
I'm like terrible at
We're
pronunciation.
going to have to go to Google for that one. We've got a new printing of King in Black, Return of the Valkyries #1. This is definitely an interior page from artist Nina Vikueva. Oh boy, I think that bear's coming back. I should mic my stomach.
Oh God, no.
We've got a new printing of Star Wars Dr. Aphra #7 on Last Call. I think that's some interior artwork as well. Who might it be? Oh no, that's Minkyu Jung.
Ooh, nice. That's pretty.
This issue did feature the first appearance of a new character, which has a name. And finally, on our second printing list, our new printing list, Sword #2. This is pretty awesome because we sold out of this bad boy real quick.
Yeah.
Sales on #1 were kind of stale first week, so I really pulled back on orders of the first printing of #2.
Which, just a side note to explain that situation, that this is why we're doing this video, essentially, and letting you know how soon in advance we have to order books in order to get them in the pipeline, and so the printer knows how many copies we want, and then they ship them out to us. That when a #1 ships, we literally have like 5 days
Yeah,
to,
approximately 5 days. Yeah,
to then order number 2.
and that's in a best case scenario.
Yeah, and that's sometimes we're ordering number 2, and sometimes even we're ordering number 3 before number 1 even hits the shelf. So we have literally no idea unless you tell us how many number 2s, number 3s we should expect, that we should order in expectation of how many people want it.
That's right.
And
feedback is important, folks.
if we only have 5 days and we're like, oh, only a small handful of people picked up this number 1 in these 5 days, but we have to submit these orders, we have to make an educated guess. And sometimes that educated guess is wrong, as Dan mentioned, number 2 sold out almost immediately because in that 3.5 week time window, more people picked up number 1, more people discovered how good it was, and then they wanted number 2. And this is why we're doing this video, to tell you, if you picked up number 1 and you loved it, tell us right away. Put your order in for number 2 right away. Add it to your subscription list, so that we know. The sooner we know, the better, and that we can up our orders to make sure that these number 2s and number 3s aren't selling out right away, because that window of sales data and lead time for us to put those orders in is so short. So it's really important to let us know, hey, I want these books. Make sure I'm subscribed to them. Make sure they're ordered for me, and we will do it.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
It's virtually guaranteed. It's not actually guaranteed, but it's confirmed anyways.
It's as close as we can possibly get to a guarantee.
That is our last item on our new printing spotlight. We've got 2 more items to bring to your attention. These are important books right here, folks, and very cool looking. We have an original graphic novel from Titan Comics called Muhammad Ali, Kinshasa, 1974.
This looks really nice.
Yes, indeed, it does. You want to give them the rundown?
Oh, sure. Award-winning writer J.D. Morvan and renowned photographer Abbas. Abbas's stunning graphic novel masterpiece, which uses iconic photos to uniquely illustrate the historical Rumble in the Jungle boxing match between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman.
This, folks, is a super important part of history, not just for boxing, not just for African-American culture, but I think worldwide culture in general. This was a political statement.
Kind of.
And
yeah.
it's now captured on the pages of this beautiful graphic novel from Titan Publishing, written by Jean-David Morvan, with artist Rafael Ortiz, and the stunning artwork of photographer Abbas.
Nice.
Okay, wow. Okay. I think I
don't think you can hear that.
The bears are at the door, folks.
Now,
That maybe came out wrong.
Yeah, don't.
All right.
Stop it.
One last thing to spotlight on this week's Last Call Live is from IDW Publishing. That's right. Look at the cover art. It's from IDW Publishing. This here is an amazing art book featuring the Marvel art of the brothers Hildebrandt in hardcover. This is 284 pages featuring some of the most beautiful artwork that you'll ever see, featuring these beautiful, amazing renditions of Marvel superheroes. Many of these pieces were featured in the Marvel Masterpieces trading card set. And
if you were around in the 90s, we know that you saw these going around. They sold like hotcakes, like hot cakes. Everybody wanted them because of this beautiful painted art, and trading cards were still a pretty collectible pop culture item back in the 90s, before everyone switched over to plastic toys as a collectible. But everyone just wanted to see this awesome art and all of their favorite Marvel superheroes rendered in these painted pieces. And so even just for nostalgia value, this is an amazing book because you get to revisit all of these images, but I'm sure bigger than that little tiny 2x3 inch card, you get to see them in a big giant hardcover, and this book looks amazing. But I will say that it is it's 284 pages. It's a hardcover. It features all of this art as well as more. There's like a ton of other stuff. Do you want to read the whole thing? Or
Let's see. Also included in here is the X-Men 2099 painted graphic novel by the brothers Hildebrandt.
Oh, nice.
As well as a treasure trove of their entire output for Marvel, all illustrations from 1994 to today. More trading cards, posters, and others with insightful commentary, amusing anecdotes, and candid remembrances by the one and only Greg Hildebrandt, who I believe the Hildebrandt brothers are, they have a Michigan connection. I think they lived in Michigan for a little while. I know they were featured in one of the art exhibits put together by Professor Rubenfeld out at the Ypsilanti Art Center on the college there.
Oh, wow.
I remember seeing a big giant piece there.
Nice.
But as my partner was noting, this is a magnificently huge book, and it also contains, or it also features a relatively breathtaking cover price of $59.99. Folks, if you want this, put your orders in. I'm not sure how many we can get for the shelf, and I certainly don't want you to miss out on it.
Right. So if you know you want it, reserve it ASAP so that you don't show up and are disappointed when we don't have enough on the shelf. We, of course, during these uncertain times, we can't stick our neck out too far by ordering a whole lot of these high-priced books. It's a risk because whatever, obviously, we don't sell, we eat.
Ooh. And books don't taste that good, folks.
But if you know you want it, let us know, and we will 100% order it for you and have it set aside for you when you come in, and that way you are not disappointed.
And that wraps up our spotlights for this week's Last Call Live. In the blog post below these linked spotlights is the full list of items on Last Call. Not all of these items are featured on Comichub quite yet, probably because they don't have finalized artwork or there's other data complications. If there's something that you can't find on the hub, let us know. We've got multiple paths of communication, and we will be taking those calls starting in just a little while. We will be open today, Saturday, January 30th, from 12 o'clock until 7 p.m. Get those orders in. Super important. Remember, if you're ordering through Comichub, we have two different deadlines. DC Comics is due tomorrow, Sunday, February 1st by 5 p.m. And everything else is due before Monday, February 2nd?
First?
No, wait, let me see. Yeah, tomorrow is January 31st, Sunday. That's when DC's due. And then everything else is Monday, February 1st.
Yeah, happy February, everybody. We've made
High
it through
school education, everybody.
one more month of winter. We only got a month and a half to go. We're getting there. Bam, bam.
We are getting
It's
there.
only 7 weeks till the first day of spring.
Last notes before we wrap this up. Remember, we've got new comics coming in on Wednesday, and we will do our much lauded live preview of New Comic Book Day that we call Brain Scan. That'll be live Tuesday night at 6:30, featuring my ever wiggly colleague.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Shay? Shay is very wiggly. Yes, Shay and I run through the store and point out all the new books that are hitting the racks this week. give you a sneak preview on Tuesday night so that you are ready Wednesday morning. And we try to keep the show fun, upbeat, and lively. That goes live every Tuesday at 6:30 on Facebook, but we also archive it on our YouTube channel.
And, of course, new comics go on sale first thing Wednesday morning. If you've got books in your aside, you can pay for them through Comichub as soon as they show up there. And you can pick them up first thing Wednesday morning. All those prepaid items truly help us out in these unprecedented times. And, of course... You
can pick them up anytime. If they're prepaid, we will hold them for you as long as you need. We can even do curbside pickup. And if you are homebound, we can even do shipping. Just call us for a shipping quote.
That's it.
Well, do our wrap up.
Oh yeah, let's wrap it up.
I
think
talked
we
about
hit
the
all
Tuesday
of our
video.
We hit all of our items.
We did it.
We nailed it. The studio didn't fall apart around us. There was no signal drops. All of our audio worked. I think we're getting the hang of this.
So thanks for tuning in to Last Call Live. We are doing this live every Saturday morning at 10:30. So be sure to like, share, comment. And if you follow Green Brain, I think there's a thing to tell you to be alerted when we go live. So you get like a little alert saying Green Brain is going live type of a thing.
Sure.
If you miss our live stream, you can watch us archived on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe there as well. Let's see. Be sure. I already said that. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. But on Twitter, we are Green Brain CMX. Shop our web store at greenbraincomics.com and do all of your pre-orders at comichub.com. If you are new to Comic Hub, be sure to select Green Brain Comics as your store.
Awesome.
We are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain.
At Green Brain Comics.
Oh. Feed your brain.
What happened? You turned
good.
into a devil.
Good.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you today at the store or very soon.
Happy Saturday.
Be well.
Be well. Be safe. Be healthy.
Well, that didn't work.